Premier Guitar's 2023 NAMM coverage is presented by StewMac. Shop tools, parts, and supplies to build or repair your favorite guitar by visiting StewMac.com or click the link in the description below.
Hey everybody, Jason Shattuck here with Premier Guitar, and we're at the NAMM show back in Anaheim, here with our old buddy Mick Taylor from That Pedal Show, and you guys have just teamed up with Jam for a new iteration of your Harmonious Monk pedal, and that's what we were hearing there on the intro. So tell us a little bit about what kind of made you want to do a new iteration of this, Mick.
First of all, it's weird being on this side of the camera, Jason. Yeah. Normally I'm that side, so thanks to Jam for letting me do this. But yeah, so Harmonious Monk came about in the first instance, largely thanks to Joey Landreth, our friend Joey Landreth. He came on the show a few years ago. He brought this old 1960 Fender Super Amp and proceeded to school us in harmonic tremolo because we didn't really know anything about it. Obviously, we'd heard it down the years, but didn't really understand. Joey played and it was just like, man, it's such a great sound. Started talking about it. I bought all the harmonic tremolo pedals I could get my hands on and started to understand the effect of it. Fast forward, we were in Athens with the Jam guys. We were doing a special edition Rattler, their kind of distortion pedal, and we were over dinner, and I can't remember exactly how it happened, but it was basically, could we do a harmonic tremolo pedal? And after everyone picked themselves up off the floor laughing because it wasn't the most popular thing at the time, right? We agreed to get going on it, and what was birthed from that was Harmonious Monk Mark 1, which has been more successful than any of us could have imagined. It's on boards all over the place. It's very well loved. However, from the get-go, the first thing people wanted was tap tempo. So Mark 2, there's a couple key features of Mark 2. The first one is tap tempo, so you can just tap whatever speed you like. But while they were developing that, the guys developed what they call a tap and ramp mode. So you can now ramp between two speeds. So we've got it set up at a lower speed at the moment. Here you go.
So how do you set the low and the high speeds to ramp between?
You simply press and hold the tap switch. And then you can set the speed of the speed you want to go to, but you can also set the speed that it takes to get there. So it can go almost instantaneously, or it can go real slow. And if you're coming out of a verse into a chorus or something, and you just want that, a bit like if you would turn on the speed control on a Leslie. Right, yep. So you can set that. You can set that how you like it. Also new, it now has 3 LFOs instead of 2. So before we had 2 wave shapes, now there's 3. There's a new square wave mode, which will go to a full chop feature. We'll get Yanis to play a little bit of that in a minute.
What mode are we in now that we're hearing?
So this is a sine wave, and this is just the standard. And I'll flick between the sine wave and the newest LFO is a reverse sawtooth. And if you want to step into univibe territory, it's not designed to do that, but if you want to step into univibe territory and you don't have a separate univibe, it will do that. So we'll start with sine, and then I'll switch it to reverse sawtooth. So. So those are the 3 LFOs. And in addition, you can have them in either amplitude or harmonic mode. So it'll just do a straight amplitude trem as well, like a real soft. What's quite nice, it's got depth and mix control. So you can have it super subtle, sat back out the way, or you can have full-on crazy chop. So in amplitude mode, in the sine wave, it's kind of the tremolo that you would recognize. So it'll do all of that as well. Internally, there are trimmers for bass, mid, and treble EQ on the affected sound. So one of the things that the guys discovered was sometimes it'll end up being used on keys and other sources, or if you've got a really bassy guitar amp and you just want to set that, because sometimes these kinds of modulation effects can get really throbby.
Yeah.
So you can just tweak that up to suit your amp. And in addition to that, there's an input gain trimmer. So if you are using it in a hot effects loop, for example, or on the end of something that's much higher output, you can just tame that so it doesn't overdrive. Because it's all analog, it's all through hole, it's beautiful.
No MIDI. We're not messing with MIDI, right?
No MIDI, no MIDI, no modeling, none of that. I will just say that Jam are one of the few companies left making through-hole stuff on a decent scale, and it's just beautiful to see. It's art. The way they do the art on the enclosures, it's all multi-processes of different colored sprays and masks and stuff. It's phenomenal, the work they do. They're true artists, and we're super proud of working with them.
Well, let's get Giannis in here and make some weird noises. How's that sound?
So I play fairly traditional. Giannis makes much, well, you'll hear.
All right, let's check it out. All right, we're back here with Giannis from Jam Pedals, and we're going to start to dive into kind of the weirder side of Harmonious Monk. So I heard some of the tones you were getting as you were setting up. So kind of walk us through. One thing we didn't cover with Mick was the legacy mode. So tell us what the legacy mode does in Harmonious Monk.
Harmonious Monk Mark 1 didn't have tap tempo, and it had only a second foot switch that doubled the speed. So we felt that that was a useful feature to keep it in the new version as well. So you can still have the legacy mode, as we call it now, and you can press both foot switches on for 2 seconds, and then you don't have tap, but you have the second switch left.
And it's double speed?
It's double or 1.5, so you can have the dotted feel.
And then to go back, you just hit the 2 again. So some of the sounds you were making before, I think you turned on a delay and some gain. Let's walk through maybe some of the other sounds you were getting out of this Harmonious Monk.
So I'm starting by putting some overdrive and a little bit of our new booster. And this is the new chop feature, working only in the amplitude mode.
Yep.
So I really like combining the chop effect with dotted delay, so you get like
Okay, hold on. What was that? What was that right there?
That's our seagull pedal, the seagull effect. Also, I really like combining the chop effect from our Harmonious Monk with other modulation pedal. Like I really like the combination with another harmonic tremolo. So I really love combining the both monks. Now I will show you how it reacts with a retro vibe, with a vibe. This is our Eureka fuzz.
So what will be the pricing and availability on the Harmonious Monk there, Giannis?
It's available right now. Yep. The first 2 batches are sold out, but we're now producing the next one, which will be available next week. Retail price is $279.
We're going to have you play us out with some more weird noises, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thanks to Mick for playing for us earlier on. So we're gonna leave here. All right, Giannis, play us out.